With this series called Personal Space, it was my intention to present a visual manifestation of the physical, the social, as well as sometimes psychological phenomena of personal space. And so what that means is initially we think of personal space as the physical, how figures are, we living in our world are positioned next to one another. And then also sometimes there's other impacts that affect the self. My work is drawn from memory and observation primarily. So there is a common theme of the mundane, and so I tend to be a people watcher, and I just try to notice how people interact in both public places, and then also reflect on a public gesture and how one might sit in a private space. So there are two different ways that we present ourselves. So as I look through that lens, so when I'm looking at, as I'm traveling in my world, that's my starting point, just looking. And then once I find a position or a pose that I'm interested in, sometimes I work from memory, sometimes I bring a model in. And I've just added to this series the last two pieces, I believe. Those pieces just have utter lack of presentability, and they're hysterical, I think. And that series, the original inspiration was probably 10 years ago. I was traveling, and I was at an airport, and there were these children just crawling around in the concourse waiting area. Their arms were on the floor, their heads were on the floor, and their legs were up over their head. And I thought, this is an idea that I will use someday. And so I guess it's now. Here it is.